particular session of our child learning area. Today we'll continue with vectors. We explain what vectors are. Vectors are quantities that have both magnitude and direction. Most times they're represented with an arrow to show a vector. So you can say vector A, B or vector C. Once you see the symbol, let me say P with the arrow, it shows that it's a vector quantity. Now the opposite of vectors are scalars. Scalars are those that have magnitude without direction. Something like this is a scalar. Something like this, or maybe say line PQ is a scalar. If it's to be a vector, they will tell us the direction, either this direction or in this direction. Now the direction uses the four cardinal points. We have north, south, west and east. So the arrow may be due east, or it may be due west, or due south, or due north, or a combination of maybe north and east at a particular angle theta. Now whatever way the direction is shown, in as much as there is a direction, automatically becomes a vector quantity. Now if you want to understand more about vector quantities, check out our video on vector quantity where we explained what vectors are, what scalars are, and how to identify vectors and the rest of them. So if you don't know how these things are being explained or how they are being calculated, especially addition and subtraction of vector, we did it in that video. So I believe it's something you should check out. Check our playlist on vectors and you'll be able to see the video there, or maybe check the description below if I have put the link for you to be able to understand fully where we started from. So what does section formula means? Section formula simply implies that a particular vector is divided into a particular ratio. So for instance, you may say find the, you might have a question that says you should find the vector of point C if point C divides AB in ratio of 3:1. Now what it means is that if we have a vector that has the tail at A and the head at B, this is the head, the place with the arrow is the head, while the other part is the tail. Now if that we are looking for the vector of point C that divides it into 3:1. So this particular vector AB was divided by C in a ratio of 3:1. Now we are asked to look for the vector C, or the vector position C. Very simple. Now let me give you the formula. Now if we have, for instance, we have A and B and divided by a vector C in ratio m and n. Now the formula for the vector of C becomes our A times our n. You see the n is for B, but we'll take it to A. Now let me just explain how it is being done. What we do here is that we divide A by B equal to divide m by n. So we cross multiply. This is how it goes. So n goes with m, n goes with A, plus m goes with B, m goes with B, then divided by n plus m. That gives us our vector C. That is how it goes. So n with A, n with B divided by m plus n gives us our vector C. Now let us take an example. Now the example says we should find the position vectors of C and D. We divide the vector AB in the ratio 1:3 and 3:1. What it means is there is a vector AB now. A vector AB. Now we are asked to find position C and D. C divides the vector by ratio 1:3, while D divides the vector by 3:1. So what it means is that there are two vectors. We have A and B also. Now point C divides it into 1:3. So C should be somewhere here, where here is 1 and here is 3. While point D divides it into what? 3:1. Now we're given the vector A to be 5i plus 2j plus k, and vector B as I minus 2j minus 3k. So if we are to apply the formula I've given to you, the formula says that if you have something like A, B, and C, if we are to look for vector C will become what? The n times A plus m times B divided by n plus m. Now what? So if you compare this with our example we gave, here is our m and here is our n, m and n. So our m goes with B and our n goes with A. So we have it that our n is what now? 3. 3 times, what's our A? 5I plus 2j plus k. 5I plus 2j plus k. Then our m is what? 1. 1 goes with, what's our b? I minus 2j, I minus 2j minus 3k. Divided by what? N plus n, that's 3 plus 1. That is that. So if we are to continue, our vector C becomes 3 times 5. If you don't know how to do this addition and subtraction in vectors, check our video on vectors so you'll be able to understand it fully. So 3 times 5 gives us what? 15I plus 3 times 2 gives us what? 6j plus 3 times k gives us what? 3k. Then we have plus 1 times I gives us I minus 1 times 2 gives us what? 2j minus 1 times 3 gives us 3k. Divided by what? 3 plus 1 is what? 4. So we collect like terms. We have 15I here, we have 1I. So 15I plus I gives us what? 16I. Then we have plus 6j minus 2j gives us what? 4j. Then we have 3k minus 3k gives us what? 0 over 4. So we have it as 16I plus 4j over 4. So we can collect like this. We can collect the thing that is common to both of them. What's common to both of 16 and 4? We have it as 4 because 4 can go into 16. So we bring out our 4. We are left with what? 4I plus j divided by 4. So 4 cancels 4. We have our answer as what? 4I plus j. That means our vector C is equal to 4I plus j. So C here is 4I plus j. Now we can do the same thing for our D. But if we are to look for the vector of D, we use what? Now this is our M and this is our N. So we use NA plus MB over N plus M. Remember N before N, like A, B, C, D, E, F, L, M, N. So N before N. So what is our NA? Our N is what? 1. Our A is what? 5I plus 2j. 5I plus 2j plus k. Plus our M is what? 3. Our B is what? I minus 2j minus 3k divided by 3 plus 1. So we multiply that, we have 5I plus 2j plus k plus what? 3I minus 6j minus 9k divided by what? 4. So we collect like terms as usual. 5I plus 3I gives us what? 8I plus 2j minus 6j gives us what? Minus 4j. Then k minus 9k gives us what? Minus 8k divided by what? 4. So we can actually bring out the common term. 4 can go into these 3 terms. So we can bring out 4 as our common term. Bring out 4 into, how many will remain here? 4 into 8 gives us 2. So 2I minus 4 into 4 gives us what? 1 minus 1j, sorry, or j rather. J minus 4 into 8 gives us what? 2k divided by 4. If you open this bracket, you return to this place. So 4 cancels 4. We are left with what? 2I minus j minus 2k. That means our vector D is 2I minus j minus 2k as our vector D. So you see how easy it is to section a particular vector into parts. Now the ratio may be called something else. It may be called triple. This is for triple. Triple means times 3. That's triple. That means 3 over 1. So we have it as 3:1. So this is also called triple. So they may say find the position vector of D if it triples the vector AB. If it triples the vector AB, where vector A is this and vector B is that. So the triple means the D will be ratio 3:1. That's our M and N should be now 3 and 1. Now, if they don't say triple, they may say something like quarter. What does quarter means? 1/4. Quarter is 1/4. How about half? They may say half, 1/2. 1/4 is simply 1:4. 1/2 simply 1:2. 1/3. They may say 1/3. This is 1/3. 1/3. That's 1/3.